in a lot of, you'll be surprised in a lot of these areas, they'll list with assignments and stuff like that. So pretty sweet.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
And then is it like title companies or attorneys?
So in North Carolina, you need to deal with attorneys, but there's some like super chill attorneys. And then, California, it's just, your title company, right? So
Okay, yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, when
yeah.
I was marketing over there in Cali, it was like a little bit different. I think they something was different with escrow. I'm not
Yeah.
100% sure, but besides that, everything else was like good. So,
Yeah. We
but
haven't run into any problems yet, but we'll
we'll
see what
talk
happens.
more. Yeah, we'll go more in detail.
Yeah.
But what's good, y'all? Hope y'all having a blessed Thursday. It's another week on land flipping. We got Nate with us from last time. I hope you guys that are new watched that in the training videos. He gave a lot of information on how you guys could get started, really looking into market analysis in terms of builders and reaching out to them. But tonight we got his partner with us as well. We got Ethan. If you
How are you
want to
guys doing?
Yeah, so like them two together, they're gonna give us a lot of info on market analysis and how we could focus on the markets that they're looking into. And they're gonna explain like why they're looking into those markets as well. But before we get into that, I just wanted to talk about uh the builder criteria that we already have. So they're still looking in Inverness and in Royal Highlands. If you're in the dialed in program, we have it in the builders criteria where you guys could start, cold calling those lists on Royal Highlands above and below Centralia. And we have those two separated as well. So you guys could, give those offers out and get them going so we could, bring some deals for next month as well. All right. So continue to do that. Just consistency. This game is all consistency, y'all. It's like once you get a flow going. Don't I think of it like this. I know we want deals ASAP. Like speed is important and we want to get a deal as quickly as possible. But when you think of a long-term approach, you you start developing the right habits, the habits that could bring you to getting deals, a year from now, 2 years from now. So you guys could, it's like sacrificing 3 or 4 years so you could live the rest of your life good, right? So start thinking of it from a long-term approach. I'm going to be in this land business, 4 years from now. I'm going to have the systems in place. I'm going to have the marketing in place. All right. So, Nate, if you could share your screen and you could get started.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, before I share, I just kind of want to go over what Ethan and I are going to do today. You know, we have a couple markets that we just want to show you guys almost like as case studies, but feel free to go in there and market to those areas because we have a lot of connections that can help you. Um, Ethan, would you like to share your screen? And he's been working on Knoxville, Tennessee a lot. This is one area that we've been, kind of working in getting out of the Florida market and kind of branching out. And Knoxville is a really good one that a lot of buyers and builders are just looking for lots everywhere. So Ethan will throw that up.
Yeah, 2 secs.
Cool.
All right. I got a request to share.
All right, I just allowed it.
All right, sweet. So this is Knoxville. This whole area here. So all these are just, I have this just on everything right now. So just to show you guys kind of the growth and the new construction. I don't know if you guys have played with Zillow filters before, but you have the ability to put in your year built here. So you should go to like 23. Apply. So you can see pretty much all over Tennessee, there's lots of new construction going on. We're looking just all up in this Knoxville area, all the way from here to here in these little
I
areas
could
here
mute
and
your
everything.
mic. I'm gonna just mute everybody. Nathan, actually, no, they're good. Everything's good.
Cool.
Sweet. But yeah, you could see obviously where everybody where they're building and everything like that. So if you wanted to go into sold houses 2023, so you could see this is where they're building all through here, all through here, really
Perfect.
all over. If you guys pull your list, we have connects all throughout Knoxville. And yeah, I mean, no real specific criteria, really. Just make sure that obviously the lot has utilities and it's on a paved road, and that's about it, guys. And then Nate, if you want to go ahead.
Yeah, and you just kind of have to comp it out when you're looking at you get a new lot and you just have to go with the comparables of what a buyer would, look at the property and say, hey, I pay this. Ethan, I remember we were talking a little bit. If you look at the average home like value, the sold value of the home, like after the new construction and everything, and after it was listed, you can kind of like you can kind of say, okay, well, the lot was or the house was sold for $300,000. They're
Right.
probably looking to buy around 20 a lot for 20 to 30K, and so that's where you can kind of go in and make your own criteria because the buyer's gonna say, well, every area has different pricing, right? So it's kind of like a stupid question. Where exactly do you need or how much do you need specifically in Knoxville? That's kind of like a crazy question. So
And
go, go with comps and Ethan and I are also resources if you guys ever need, people to look at your
I
deal
got a question.
in that area. Let's see.
Like
Question.
in terms of looking, am I looking like for a specific zip code, or am I just putting Knoxville, Tennessee in prop string?
so it's really all of Knoxville. To be completely honest with you, you can still get like land in Knoxville like really cheap. Info lots are really cheap. The home values aren't really that high except in the new in like the newer areas. So really all around Knoxville, to be honest. We're doing deals north, south, east, and west.
Yeah. It's pretty broad, but we have some other ones that are more
Yeah,
tailored, more niche.
we
So
do. We have some better ones here.
So
So
like the outskirts of it, basically.
yeah, like hit the outskirts. Don't go like, straight in the middle of Knoxville. Kind of like pick around the suburbs of where, builders would find those like desirable infill lots, right? Then you'll know, okay, I should probably pick one up for 10 to 30, depending on the comps in the area,
Uh,
right?
and I'd be happy to put something together and throw it in the Facebook group or something like that so you guys have a better idea. I can put together some zip codes and more specifics to make it easier on you guys as well. So if that's something. Uh,
Cool.
we want to move to the next one, Nate?
Yeah, let's hit the next one. This one's really exciting.
This,
This is
this
a
one's
Florida
cool.
market. I'll share my screen here. So if y'all can see this is, Montura, right kind of, it's like southwest of Lake Okeechobee. And this area, I mean, it turned down for a little bit, but the market's picking back up and a lot of people are buying in this area. Like if you kind of just look here, this is in the last 90 days, right? It may look saturated, but if you get in here and if you guys get a deal close to 35,000, that's easy to sell, right? It might take 30 to 40 days to sell, but it'll be easy to sell. So this area, literally make a right here. If you go on prop stream and draw right here, and just draw the whole thing and do that. And then with your filters, do, zero wetland, zero FEMA. Um, and then you're going to have perfect lots to sell. Like there's some really good ones. And then some are like not on there's some on like dirt roads. Those will still sell. Just try to
what
get them.
price would you have to get the dirt roads?
Dirt roads, I would say closer to 30, right? So you could go 35 on a paved road, but if it's not paved, try to get closer to like 32.
Yeah, so this market right now, it's slowed down a little bit. I mean, it's hot, but it's slowed down. So originally, we were getting these at like 35, 38, selling them about 42 to 45. It slowed down. We just sold one at I think it was like 40, Nate, maybe 39, 40. But it had a paved road, lot was already cleared, it was ready to build on, right? So if you're getting these dirt lots, you need to be getting them at 30 or under. If it's on a paved road, you probably need to be at like 37.5 or under, depending on the area. If it's cleared, it's worth a little more. But the big determining factor is the paved road versus the dirt road.
Yeah, that's right. So this is a solid area. Definitely recommend shooting some stuff out in here and going down this avenue. But definitely, like Ethan said, get that criteria, send it out, text us, let us know what you guys can get. And then there's definitely money to be made here. Let me go to the next one.
I also want to make a point on that. When you're pulling a list in Montura, make sure that, I don't know, does PropStream have a no landlock filter? If you guys have that option, use that because there's some landlocked land in there.
That's right.
I don't.
Right in the chat.
People might not agree.
It's all right if I drop my contact?
Yeah, you good.
Cool. Yeah, Ethan, can you go over Arizona City? I showed this one last Thursday, but I just wanted to put emphasis on it because if you're trying to get outside of Florida, it's a great way to make some good deals.
Yeah, Arizona City is a great market. We've done a lot in Arizona City.
So,
And I want to say something too with these different markets too, y'all. Let's try to lock up as many deals as possible, right? And not really think of how much you're making on each deal. Like if you could get 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, those add up too if you get a couple of them. So just think of that as well when you're looking at like multiple different markets. Like I'm looking to make, 5 $2,000 checks. That's 10,000. So
that's right, and you do that in five different key markets. Don't shoot the net too wide. Make sure it's your key markets. And
yeah, because it costs money and time to market too.
100%.
Ethan, you want to pull that next one up or?
Oh yeah, I apologize. Sorry, I was waiting.
Recording this, right? Yeah, we good. If any of y'all got any questions, y'all could also put it in the chat.
All right. So this is Arizona City. So let's go to satellite. It's going to be a little bit easier to explain this. So
Explain the zombie lots.
yeah, this is what I'm going to go over first. So these are what are called zombie lots. They're called zombie lots because and we know this because we've got multiple on Keno Drive and Xavier. They have no water and they have no power. And when you have no water, no power out here, a lot of these are built in phases, and literally this street will have power and water and the one across doesn't have anything. It changes from block to block. So when you're pulling a list here, you're going to want to make sure that you're going around this down. You can get this whole general area. But just don't get those zombie lots in there. And then
that south area is solid. Hey Eli, do you mind muting the iPhone? Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, so this south area closer to the lake, to the right over there, that's a really good spot for easy deals. And I would say hunt for people when you're pulling your list. I don't know if you guys can do this on PropStream, but try like out of county or out of state maybe.
owner.
Yeah, the owner out of county or something. So it's not somebody like too local. right? Maybe they live in Hawaii or like Northern California, and they're just
It's a
like,
good
yeah,
it's a good way to cut down your list, to cut a little bit of costs, and also have a just a better ratio of, okay, well, the people that don't live in the same state but own land are probably willing to sell just a little bit more than the guy that lives next door to his lot, right? Um, so
mm,
the lots in here are about I think, Nate, what are we at here? 10 to 22 right now?
yeah, 10 to 22. If it's in a great area like that, kind of closer to the lake, try to shoot for, you can go up to like 22. If it's in an area where comps are a little bit lower, try to shoot lower. But
Yeah,
I would say max 22 in this area.
yeah.
Um, and that would be a good deal right there. And then for the zombie lots, so like Ethan said, if you could just kind of like shoot like with you could look at it and say, okay, Ethan, go to an area where you think it would be like a zombie lot, right?
These are all zombie lots. You see how they're listed and they're on the market for, I mean, 232 days on Zillow for 14.5, right? These don't sell because there's no power, no water, and it's just desert.
Yeah. So just kind of
And these also aren't paved roads either.
yeah.
It's just dirt.
So stay in those areas where, there's houses and there's houses next door. There's, more than, two, three houses on the street and, you know, it won't be a zombie lot. But
Hmm.
and always just ask the seller, hey, does this lot have utilities? And they'll let you know. Um, I would say our main marketing channel, what works really, really well is everybody knows text messages, right? Even just picking up the phone and going through and calling a giant list. I mean, on Friday, or last Friday, or I think it was no, earlier this week, I picked up a list of 100 people in, Cape Coral, and I just went through and called it, right? Like, don't forget, just you can do SMS, you can do mail. Don't forget to just like maybe pull a list of 50 people and go call the entire thing. Like,
Yeah, if you have an hour or two, just dial it up. Dial ring after ring after ring. Somebody's gonna pick up. Wheel and deal them.
And then you can make the filters work in your benefit in those situations too. Like a seller that owned a lot, 20 years, absentee owner. And, with that list, is not going to be a huge list, but those people owned it for many years. They live out of state, so they don't have no connection to it. So those usually are the sellers that, we get the best deals from.
that's right.
100%.
That's right. So,
Awesome.
yeah, this is another good market. Ethan, what's our next one we got?
Lewisburg, North Carolina. Do you want to share that one?
Yeah, I'll share that one.
All right, let me hop off here. Let's see.
Y'all should be on Zillow every day,
Every day,
every day,
scheming.
especially if you're starting out. Zillow should be your best friend every day. This is like your homework. This is research. It's part of the business. The market, you need a market, then you need a builder or buyer, then you need a seller, or however you want to, focus on it. But you need all three. So yeah, I should be studying Zillow, seeing what sold for each month. So you could, I always tell y'all this too, so you could get into the markets before everybody else, you know?
You start seeing little like flare ups of like sold new construction and sold lots, and you just bang, see something new. So
Mhm.
this is another market, Lake Royale. I've been doing this one for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Um, there's still a lot of deals you can juice out of this market. Um, just looking at it here, it's still popping.
There is an HOA. There was a problem of them I guess charging, I don't know, some outrageous HOA fees for some of the lots. So make sure to ask about that too when you're in this market. Just inquire, just ask about if they owe anything.
Yeah. And one thing to be careful too about is slope. So you gotta like when you're getting out of Florida, right? Florida, we're all like, the land is flat, maybe it's underwater. But in these other states, I mean, it's gonna be mountainous and it's, there's gonna be a lot. I'm sure all of you know that, right? And that's what you have to look out for because sometimes, they need, the lot of work, right? So a lot of these lots when you pull a list, do this. Here, just go around. Literally just take Lake Royale. Bang. Take the whole thing. And then there's 0.51s, 30K. Like a lot of these go for like 20 to 40, depending on the size. So what I try to do is just reach out to these people with, with an offer of like 15 to 17,000 initially, and then look at their property and see if it's worth 30,000, or see if it, and then go and readjust your offer right from there. And yeah, there's a lot of money to be made, especially in this area. I know you can get good data points in here too, and it's really hidden. I mean, not many people know about this. It's
Yeah.
hidden.
And to expand on that question a little bit, being aware when you're moving from state to state, transitioning from Florida, don't be afraid to call realtors. Like go to those sold, like Nate, zoom into his sold listing. Call that realtor, and don't just ask about, do you do assignments? Will you list my lot, or do you have buyers? Inquire about the market. Make them feel they have obviously been, that's their world. Ask questions like, does this place have an HOA? Are a lot of lots moving right now? Do you have a lot of connections? And then if you jump from realtor to realtor, you can find the best ones in each market, and then that's how you kind of start expanding.
Exactly. You make those connections. You make those great connections, and then you lock in those good deals, and you sell them straight to them.
Yep.
Let's see what else we got here. What's the key difference a wholesaler should be aware of when transitioning from Florida or any state into other? Any specific tips,
Oh yeah,
rules?
that's what I was answering.
Oh yeah, it's true.
And then Sean said, I've heard builders in Florida.
Have you ever marketed to Calabash,
Calabash. No,
North
I don't think
Carolina?
Calabash.
Is that coastal?
No, those are.
We have been in here a lot.
Oh yeah, North America. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably made around 60 in that market.
Didn't you have like underwear for boys age 14?
Nadia, you speaking?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's got something. But yeah, no, this looks good. Calabash.
Yeah, if y'all get something, well, I don't know what they're selling for now. I didn't sell any this year, but if y'all get anything under 40 over there, I know I sold a couple lots for 45, 40. So
Yeah, Nate, go up that coast. We have buyers all up this coast. We've done a lot of stuff this year on this coast.
Yeah, it's definitely popping. I mean, these little areas up in
Going, yeah, yep.
but if you're going into these areas too, what would you say is y'all first steps when y'all looking or to do a market?
The first thing I do is I look at the home value.
The home
Right.
value.
There's what's called a oh, hold on. Nate, what is it? It's the lot to home value ratio or whatever it's called. But essentially, what it is so you go into a market and you see, say the homes are selling for 220 to 260,000. They're probably going to be selling for, say, 12 to like 24 or 14 to $26,000, like just about 10% or a little bit under 7 to 10% of what the values are. And so it kind of helps you judge a market, because when you're looking at those numbers, the higher the percentage, I guess the better the market, and the more builders that are building, and the more want there is, supply and demand, the more demand there is for the lots.
Yeah, I mean, what I kind of do is just you go here, you go 2024, and then you sold in the last 90 days, right?
Yeah.
You can draw a circle around it. Like, say, like we just found this market right now. And okay, so that's in the last 90 days. How many are for sale? Any. So 295. So I would say like, okay, it might be a little more like tough and builders might be like pulling back a little bit, not buying as much, but still buying for sure. So that's kind of like oh, there we go. Oh, that's any. But you kind of just like look at this ratio of, okay, so it's for sale. You got 193, you got 107. So I might, look into this market. It looks like there are builders and whatnot, but it might be like builders might be pulling back a little bit, and then maybe in a month they're going to start buying, 10 to 30 more till the end of the year. So
Yeah. And then
uh,
what I would do is like judge other markets based off of that. So going from that market to the next market on the coast and see what the difference is. Like if the next market has 100 lots for sale, but have 200 sold, then that would be a market that you would prefer to go to rather than that market. You get what I'm saying?
that's exactly
Like
right.
you got to kind of compare it and contrast it with a different market because there's so much land in the United States, right? We want to put our marketing dollars, our attention on where things are selling now for a better price.
That's right. That's right. Just compare the markets, like Eli said right here. Go, okay, so this is Lake Royale. We got 10, and then for sale, we got about 7. Oh, wait, 7 any, right? So you got 22. That I'd say that's pretty healthy. It's like equal almost.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more inventory, but there's still sales. And then you can just go over to check it. We just go straight over to Arizona City. See what's going on down here. Compare our market again. About 75. I think it was 80. So it looks healthy, right? It's a good. Yeah, it's healthy, right? So it looks like this market's healthy, right? So I would market in this area, right? I figure out, okay, there's a good ratio going on. Something's happening here. Now, what I would do is go in and, start talking to some realtors or some, builders in the area who have a little bit more knowledge and are, this market is their expertise and they've been selling here for like, 10 years, and they'll fill you in on like if market is worth it, to start shooting out some texts or cold calls or emails and whatnot. And then from there, you just start locking deals up and working with those buyers and realtors.
And
Yeah.
keep your connections because, like I told you guys, if you're thinking of doing this long term, these markets, yeah, people come and go, but for the most part, some agents stay, some buyers stay. And these are going to be the buyers that you're going to be selling 5 years from now when Arizona City prices at, you know, 70 or 80 or 100,000 per lot selling. Because you never know what the markets may do. The markets may shoot up as you got to think of it too, supply and demand in these areas. As supply gets lower, demand is going to be more, and there's going to be prices going to have to go up because supply is lower. So if you're thinking long term, you're trying to hold on to those relationships as long as possible. Even when you go into different markets, you still want to have those relationships. So it's important to have like a CRM or, a Google Sheets where you have your builders. And what I would say that I made a mistake is I wasn't, as I found like a buyer that I was making like good money with, I kind of wasn't connecting with the other ones out of state. So even though I do have a relationship, like builders that I close 1 or 2 deals with, like let's say in Arizona City or Eloy, if I hit them up now, they might not respond to me as quick as, somebody that's actively hitting them up right now. So I just say that to say, like, keep your connections. When you're thinking long term, you want to keep your connections because these cities, these states is going to be the same cities and states you're going to be making in 5 years from now. All right.
That's exactly right. Yeah. Just keep connections. It's all about people. Real estate's about people, Ethan, what do you like? You started and you like went through the ranks and just like are now a killer, can get any deal under contract, can find any buyer, any market, can locate any good market. What are some things that you can share to everybody that like have really helped you, within your entire process of being.
Um, it'd be consistency, man. I'll tell you what, there was 8 months where there was nothing. There was, deals falling through. There was a lot of learning is what that is. So taking that month after month after month of, you don't want to call it L's, it's just learning and applying that and just recognizing, hey, it's going to come at some point, and I just have to keep going and keep going and keep learning and keep making those connections. And then all of a sudden, you go to another state, and then you're doing that state, and then that market slows down. You go back to your other connections, and now that's, that market's popping up a little bit more. And now you're over in this market testing it out, and that market pops off. That one slows down. Now I'm going to go switch over to that one. And then you just start doing that. You start learning the ways, you start meeting different people, and it all takes time. Nothing happens overnight. So consistency. I've been doing this for, 2 years now, and or like 2.5, I guess, three. And I'm glad I stuck with it. It's so fun when you really learn this game and you make those connections, and you'll recognize the land industry is a lot closer than you realize. Everybody kind of knows everyone. It's pretty small and it's super fun. So just stay consistent. That's what I would say.
And you know what I like that answer because strategy, you could learn thousands of different ways to do this, right? But you want to stick to a strategy and you want to just work it. And it really comes to the mindset. You get what I'm saying? Because the more you do something, the better you're gonna get at it. Like he said, he went from this market to this market to this market, but he only switched the markets because maybe one slowed down. So this one is working right now while he's still learning a new market. That's what you guys got to slowly start doing. You know, if you're brand new, stick to one thing, become really, really good at it. And then as you get more experience from doing that, that's when you slowly start going into another market because maybe you reached out to everybody in this one market through cold call and text message. Now it's time to learn something or try something different in a different area. So now you know what this market is like in the future.
That's
So
right.
Agreed.
Ethan, you got anything else? Like, I would say talking to this, like talking to sellers, maybe you're on the phone with the sellers like all day,
Yeah.
like,
I would say what's worked for me is mostly being charismatic as well. On the phone when you get on there, get excited. People always they're gonna be more prone to listening to you for those next 10 seconds if you're cheerful and you're excited to be there, and it's not just another phone call that they're getting during the day. They're gonna give you that a little bit extra time, and in that extra time, that's your grasp right there. So have energy when you're on the phone, drink a couple energy drinks and crank it out for 2 hours, man. That's what I would say. Other than that,
and
consistency. That's all I have to say. It takes so long. It takes so long, but it's so worth it. It takes a long time, but man, if you really learn it, it's fun and it's very rewarding.
it is. And if I was talking to Ethan about this, like it had to be like a year ago. And we were just like learning, like we were just trying to find a way to build more rapport. And just like this very, very simple couple letter sentence, right? Just make a friend. Just make a friend. Get on the phone and just make a friend. I've seen Ethan do calls where he's asking a guy if he, Ethan, what did you say? What did you
What
say?
earlier?
Yeah, earlier. You said
Oh,
like,
well, like I have sellers sending me videos like hula dancing and stuff in Hawaii that we're doing right now. You know what I mean? Like I'm friends with almost everyone that I talk to, and through that, well, this big Arkansas, we're in another market. I'll give you guys right now, Bella Vista, Arkansas, huge market, a lot of volume going on right there. Um, we have every buyer in that entire market. If you guys go in there and you bring us lots, slope's a huge factor. I'm not sure if PropStream has a slope. I haven't been on PropStream
it
in a while.
doesn't.
It
Yeah,
doesn't. So
no.
that might be a little bit harder of a market. That's why we didn't want to put it in here because I didn't want to give bad sauce or anything. Um, But yeah, that's another market you can have.
Yeah,
What database you could do a filter for slope?
So I'll plug them. It's called the land portal. Um,
Oh, with the brothers?
Yeah.
the Apaki brothers.
That's what's up.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, it's legit. And they actually have full list pulling and skip tracing integration as well.
I'll have him come on. I'll have them come on one of these within the next few weeks. So they could go over the land portal for you guys as well, if y'all interested.
yeah,
It's an unbelievable tool.
it's really great, and especially when you're getting out of Florida, it helps. It's mainly for big acreage type of stuff, but if you could use it on infill lots and it works. So
Man,
um,
we're starting to look at acres too, so that would be perfect for us.
yeah.
To be honest, I believe from what they told me, it does wetlands as well.
Oh my,
Wetlands, flood zones.
It does insane. You want me to, well, actually,
you will never, Eli, you will never have a property with wetlands on it with land portal. You
All
will,
right, question: can you pull lists from land?
yeah, yeah.
yeah, bro.
Say
Everything.
less. Next week, y'all, I'll probably have them come on. That's my goal for this week. If
So,
I
Heck yeah.
can.
Brandon,
That's what's up.
Brandon, if you want to pop in here and ask a question,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it's definitely
Yo, can y'all hear me?
yeah, we could hear you.
Yeah, my fault. It is y'all giving some sauce. I had a question. I think Nathan, you was probably talking about it a little while back. So you were saying that a market like your builders will probably be like 10% or so. I got a question. I don't even know. I've kind of thought about this. Why is it that you'll see a market, right? Let's say stuff is selling for 450. Houses are selling for 450.
Yeah.
And lots are going for what's 15% of that? I'm gonna just give y'all a legit number. 450 times 15. So let's say lots are going for like 70,000, right?
Yeah.
But then you got another market where lots are going for like homes are going for 450 and the lots are going for like 115, 120. Like, how is that?
So I would, it could be in just a very desirable area, right? Like, the demand in that area or the demand to get a lot in that area might be just a little bit higher, right? Like, there's a couple markets in Orange County, Florida, where there's some neighborhoods where they're just acre lots and they're worth 120,000, like you said. And then the one we just looked at, Clewiston, right? They're only going for like 35, 40, right? So that you just have to look at the exclusive whatever. You just got to look at the property. You got to look at the property and say, is this a desirable area?
Or
Somebody build like a nice house, or
Yeah,
is it?
look at the characteristics of the lot. I think was what Nate was trying to say. Look at the characteristics of it, and a lot of the time, when you have a lot that's pretty cleared off and everything like that, it's worth a little bit more than a lot that has a bunch of trees and brush and everything like that on it. It's easier for a builder to build on it. At the end of the day, that adds value. And in Clewiston, that's one of those markets that everything is at that 10 to 12% range, and with that, you have those build ready properties going for $50,000 to $60,000, and where the regular lots are selling 30 to 40. So,
And I'll tell you guys, if you're going out of Florida, definitely wait for Eli to get the Apke brothers on,
yeah,
so they can help you guys out with that. But yeah, because you're gonna have to worry about slope in those areas. So be careful on prop stream. That's all I'm saying. Make sure those lots are, flat.
yeah, that was my only thing about like working North Carolina, all these different states, to be honest,
yeah,
because that was what I was coming across. Like slope issues, wetlands, flood zones, and prop stream doesn't capture that. So it's like, do I want to waste money on marketing? I mean, you know, so I
Yeah,
like that website.
you're
I'm definitely
literally,
gonna have them come on.
yeah,
yeah,
you're wasting money. You're wasting money,
yeah.
really.
Prop stream's built for like properties. like for houses.
Houses, got
Yeah.
you. All right. Dang, I've been using PropStream forever.
And
5,
it's
10,
good. It's
6
great. It's
years.
great data. It's amazing. But it's just, it's built out for guys who are flipping houses.
Flipping, yeah. All right, it's time to move on.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you. And they have the data is a little bit better. So data's better, and they have like some features. They'll show you guys, get them to come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, they was telling me on their podcast.
Yeah.
And he came on, watched the podcast I did with them as well. On the Game Changers on YouTube, y'all. So they're familiar with us. They're definitely gonna come in soon. I'm gonna try to get them next week, and then break down the land portal. But that would definitely be a good tool for us because we are transitioning just from doing infill to doing infield and acres. Keep that strategy of the end of the month, the first week of the end of the month, and or the last week of the end of the month, and the first week of the new month. We're gonna focus on the builders criteria areas. And then after that, focusing on acres to do a little bit of both and have that as a cycle. Like that's gonna be that strategy moving forward.
Solid. Solid. Do any of you guys have any other questions you want to shoot out at us? Just it could be the most simple cookie cutter questions. We're here to, help you guys out. I know.
Hey, Nathan, I have a question.
How's it
What's
going?
skip tracing you guys use with service?
Kind
Which one?
skip tracing.
Kind?
Yeah.
Is it the one at 2 cents or 3 cents per skip out of North Carolina? So I think I used it a couple of years ago. North Carolina was 2 or 3 cents.
Yeah. Ethan, are you saying like how much? How much was the like per tech?
No, I'm just curious which one you use. That's why. Because I'm using Deal Machine, and I used Batch before, and it seems Deal Machine is better than Batch. And I tried pretty much all of them, so
Yeah,
I just want to see maybe you have something else.
I would say for us, kind skip tracing our lists has been probably the best we've had.
Okay.
So land ID, I would say it's like, like it's for big acreage stuff and it's for like infill, but I would say land ID and land portal.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
If you want to like pull lists and stuff, they well, I don't know. If you pay for the land portal offers exports, 20,000 free exports if you pay they're $1,000 a month, which is worth it if you're doing that much volume. Because land ID, they don't give you any free exports. You have to pay for exports with all their plans.
Yeah. So
Well, I use Deal Machine, and I think I get 10,000 unlimited skip trace and 10,000 records to pull, and they do have a filter for a wetland. So
That's fine.
And I just started using it. I just started using it a couple of weeks ago. Started doing land. I'm doing houses before, so I'm kind of doing two at the same time. But I'm getting a lot of traction, with this Deal Machine.
Yeah.
Are you picking them one by one?
No, I just get a list.
Okay.
I just get a zip code or or market territory, and I get all the usual filters we use. So.
Cool. Yeah. Well, we'll definitely look into this. Would you say like the data has been treating you better than any other,
Well, again, I used for houses before. I used Batch for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I tried PropStream before skip tracing. It was horrible, but it was about 3 years ago. I don't know what it's now. But Batch was really good, and Deal Machine seems better than Batch. Percentage wise, I get better.
Right.
Better connecting info stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I was gonna answer Brandon, we do JV. We JV where are you guys? What markets are you?
So we just kind of showed you guys if those are some good areas that we're looking at. If you guys have any deals in there, just shoot them over to us. That's okay with you, Eli?
Yeah, send me the link. I'll put it in the.
Yeah. We'll make a sheet. I'll text it over to you and kind of set maps for you guys and everything. Just like
we'll give you guys more markets too. I mean, we have stuff everywhere. We have buyers everywhere, so we can give you guys some more stuff too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a question for y'all and Elijah as well. Are y'all using or how are y'all implementing AI or any like automations into y'all land business?
All right.
All right. I'm pretty stoked to answer this question because we just changed our system. So we actually now have a fully integrated artificial intelligence CRM. So there's a couple different ways, and with the CRM that we have, it's totally custom built out workflows for artificial intelligence bots that we've trained to answer texts, answer calls, set appointments, uh, and with that, it makes it easier to just do your day to day. Nate, do you want to add to that? I was just stoked to say
Yeah.
that because we just changed our systems.
No, yeah, no, it's literally like we send out 1,000 texts and then we have an AI bot that we created a knowledge base where it can talk to every single type of seller. And it just literally will go through and qualify leads automatically and then just add it to like a deal card and say like, off deal or comp deal or offer ready. Like we need to go give an offer to the property, but it literally just makes the leads hot. So I would say it's just cutting that time off, using AI to save your time, right? Creating emails, creating text templates, creating, you know, creating mail out templates, right? Using as much as you can, put all the data into your chat GPT or make your own GPT on land wholesaling. And then if a seller says something that you don't know, throw it into GPT and say, create a message for this, create an email for this seller, create a package email for, this title company that I'm working with, right? To send them your deal, right? Like use chat to your advantage. And then as AI starts growing and integrating more into this business, then you're going to be more used to it. And you'll kind of like already know what's going on and then you can implement it within your business. So that's what we're doing right now.
And then with me,
Can you guys?
I'm using
I'm sorry.
my VAs. Like I try to give them as much work as possible because sometimes it really be nothing for them to do in certain parts of the day. So like anything that needs to be done, I just have them do it. So I guess they're my AI.
And people say that like, oh, like you got to use AI, you got to use it, but you can't like it. There's a lot of things that you can't really do right now with AI, but in a couple years, yeah, it's going to be a lot different. And, maybe you won't need a VA eventually, but right now VAs are really good. And
Yeah. And we've run into the problem too. When creating this entire project has taken forever and it's still not done. And it's not perfect at all and it still messes up. So I would say it's definitely not ready to be there, but it is definitely cool that you can get it to a point of, where you can at least watch over it and make sure it's doing what it's supposed to do.
Okay, yeah, that's good because it's just me and my business, so I don't have time to, or at least I don't think I do, to create AI systems. But pretty much every text I get from a seller, I put it in AI, have them answer every one, but it's manually. So, I know the integrations are coming, so that's why I kind of asked.
Absolutely.
Like that.
And Sean, what I would do too is join Wednesday's REI cash call and mention that to Kyla because she might be able to have something in their system that could do that for you.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
There you go.
Sweet.
Does anybody have any more questions? Anything we can help answer?
I have a question. As far as AI, does your AI can create a workflow or several workflows and answer each one?
So
That's what I was thinking.
So I have custom built every single workflow that we have. So the workflows, the way that they work is there's a different workflow for each market. There's a different workflow in each market for offers, for offer ranges, and for neutrals. And through those workflows, there's a certain way that these leads move through. So there's two options. They move through to no, they don't answer. They move through to yes, they did answer. And if they didn't answer, they get followed up with 24 hours. And then if they don't answer that, 2 days later, they get followed up with, and then 24 hours after that, and then they get put into a 3-month follow-up, and then they get put into a 6-month follow-up. And then that way, we're just constantly circulating leads all the time.
Yeah, I have a similar system. But as far as say somebody sends you, you say how much you're looking for a lot, they answer you 55,000, 55K. Do you have AI answer that, or you go in the market and try to figure it out with, if we're close on the price or not?
So you just have the best way to do it is just say, hey, our underwriter is going to review, the lot. Give us a
Got it.
second.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Out, right?
Yeah.
Just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just if you do that,
Yeah.
then it's a lot easier. And then just in the workflow, like assign, like when somebody gives a price, it goes here. And then you could also do something where if somebody gives a, offer that's 100,000 more than your, at like $100,000 more than where you're looking, like your offer price in that area.
Yeah.
Then,
It's not a lead.
yeah, if it's
Yeah.
100,000.
For now, I just reply. Let me run my numbers and I get back to you. That's all I do because I don't know much about pricing.
Yeah,
And I just
exactly.
look and send them up for later. Okay.
Yeah, and artificial
Thank you.
intelligence isn't there yet. It doesn't have that knowledge to know exactly. You'd have to upload the list with the information with a set assessed value, and then it can determine, 40 to 60% of it. But, that's why we do land, right? It's because we know about land, we know about characteristics, and that's at the end of the day, it's your love for land, right? And
Yep.
confident and whatnot. So
Oh yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
Does anybody else have any questions before we head off here?
I don't have a question. I do have a comment. I'm going to reach out to you because I've been looking for additional market, and I've been scared of Florida because of the competition. I know that's not a good excuse, but so I was thinking about Tennessee. So I'm glad that you said Knoxville. So I'll be reaching out to y'all potentially for some dispo because I do want to start marketing in Tennessee.
Sounds good. Yeah. And anybody else needs help like that or, needs assistance, we can definitely jump in there, take a look at, the stuff that you guys got going on and, put our eyes on it.
100%, 100%. We'd be glad to give any feedback on anything. So
how do we get in contact with y'all?
I thought I dropped my note. Oh wait, here, let me just drop it right here. Yeah, just shoot me a text and I can check what you got out and when something happens.
Cool.
All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Remember Saturday we had the cold calling training with Brandon. Make sure y'all tap in with him. And just stay consistent. Like Ethan, like Nathan said, this doesn't happen overnight. They've been in the game for 2.5 years now. But if you start thinking long term, you're gonna build the connections for that. And then eventually, deals are gonna come through because now you know what you're doing. All right. So we'll see you guys Saturday. And if you have any questions, put it in the chat. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get the brothers on next week. If I'll update you guys for that. And then Nathan, Ethan, I'm gonna try to get y'all in the academy too, so they can hit you out there. But
yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Eli.
See ya.